Gets me through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jody and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
Naughty.
Naughty at 6:40 or thereabouts. It's a chance for us just to really delve into some of those files, which we probably shouldn't touch, particularly a little bit later on in the program.
Yes, exactly right. 6:40 just feels right.
100%.
It feels right to get a little bit blue.
All right, let's go straight into it, as blue as it gets. Public sex acts.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what we're talking this morning.
Whoa.
How about this for an article? A young couple were caught trying to get hot and heavy on board an EasyJet flight by some other passengers and were subsequently taken off the plane. Brad Smith, who's 22, and Tonia Sullivan, 20, originally from Wales, the dirty Welsh, was seized by police after the EasyJet plane touched down during a flight back to Bristol.
Way to taint an entire nation also.
tell you
Dirty Welsh. I mean, based on what, mate? 2 people that had sex on a plane.
Every single person I've met from Wales is just a dirty bird.
How many people have you met from Wales?
6 dirty birds from Wales. Yeah. After the plane departed, passengers could reportedly hear Smith telling his partner to wank me off, which he then followed by covering his lap with several coats, according to The Sun. While other people that were unlucky enough to catch a glimpse of the public sexual acts were a mother and her teenage daughter, who reportedly claimed that she saw Smith's bits. I said Smith's bits, not Smith's chips, while his girlfriend was at work.
Oh, my God. If my husband made that request, I'd be like...
No, everyone in the studio, don't applaud that. Okay? Producer Zoe,
Yeah.
Joey, don't applaud that.
I would say if my husband made that request, I'd be like, do it yourself. It's not my job.
Yeah, but we don't do that because we're wholesome men.
No, that's so true.
Awesome, yeah. How blue can we get?
Yeah.
First of all, who uses the term, like, who says wank me off? Hey, wank me off, yeah? That's not a thing.
Was that your best Welsh?
Oh, my gosh. And that's why the Welsh are absolute dirty birds. Public sex acts.
Yeah.
Can we introduce producer Flack just for a quick story?
Oh, yeah. You caught your best friend, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I was over at his house for dinner and, it was a lovely night. Left, got halfway home and realised I'd forgotten my asthma medicine.
Oh, I mean, that happens.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Doesn't it?
To the best of us.
Yeah.
He started wheezing in the car.
That's sexy.
So I thought, I'll go back and get it. Pulled up, started to walk towards his front gate, and I've never been so scared in my life when he jumps up from behind the hedge with no shirt on and goes, "Don't come any further."
Yep.
And I kind of froze. I'm like, "Hey, I just came to get my asthma medicine. I left it here."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'll get it. Go back to your car."
Yeah.
And he was in the front yard with his partner at the time. They thought it would be fun to do it in public in the front yard.
Front yard lawn sex.
Yeah, two things here. Front yard, go backyard, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
And secondly, if he was aroused, the words, "I forgot my asthma medicine," quickly took the wind out of his sails.
Should we pick it back up? She's like, I'm already fully clothed. Narcissists, Jodes, they're everywhere.
Aren't they?
They're scary.
I feel like this is one of the words that's been bandied around like too much.
Yeah.
Like you can just be in a bad relationship with a bad person. It doesn't necessarily mean they're a narcissist.
Well, can you, in your eyes, your thoughts, tell me what a narcissist is?
To me, a narcissist is someone who is never, ever wrong. And they have absolutely no problems deliberately manipulating people. That's a narcissist to me.
Yeah. I think a narcissist is, in every situation, it's about that person.
Yeah.
No matter what is going on.
Yes.
They find a way to make it about them.
Yeah, and they always find, like, they're always interested in what other people can do for them, not what they can do to make other people better.
100%. There you go. I think we're agreeing on this.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. I've met a few.
So you agree on what I'm saying. A doctor has talked about the bird test and how it might be something you can use if you're unsure whether your partner is a narcissist or not. Now, the bird test, here it is.
Okay.
So, if you're with your partner, then you say you just saw a bird, you then watch for their reaction about this thing you deemed important enough to speak about.
Right.
In theory, if they're interested in you and what you're showing an interest in, then they'll respond with curiosity and want to know about the bird. On the other hand, if they're not interested in engaging with you about this bird, it could be a sign as they just passed up a moment to interact and connect with you.
Okay.
So there's probably a few variations here. So if you're driving along and your partner says, hey, look at this bird, you should be like, oh, yeah, I want to see the bird too because you want to see the bird.
Yeah.
But then it might depend on tone as well. If you're like, oh, look at this bird. and what sort of bird it is as well.
Yeah.
And could you be in danger, for example? Oh, look at this bird.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a magpie.
Yeah.
Oh, watch out. That
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Well, I reckon if I said to my partner, I just saw a bird, one of three things would happen.
Yeah.
First thing, he would have left the room before I said I just saw her, because he's not the best listener and he's known to walk out mid-conversation.
Yes.
So that could happen.
He's 3 thoughts ahead at
Yes.
all times.
Yes.
Yeah.
The second thing that could happen is he'd be like, good bird chat.
Yeah.
Or the third thing that could happen is his head would swivel if we were driving in the car, because he'd be thinking, like, is the bird a woman?
That's exactly what I was thinking as well. So that's another test as well. If you say to your male partner, "Oh, check this bird out," and he goes, "Oh, yeah, what's she wearing?" You're in big trouble. That's a different. He, in fact, is a dirty bird himself. Okay.
Yes.
So fuel that with a narcissist test. So there you go. Hope that was helpful. Jodes, it's been quite the journey for you.
What's on your neck?
What is it?
On your neck, zombie, zombie.
You are not a zombie. You are a beautiful woman who is suffering from shingles at the moment. That's all it is. Okay. That's all it is.
Thanks so much for your unwavering support in this space over the last couple of weeks since I contracted shingles.
Yeah, and you're now the poster child for shingles
Well, I
awareness.
didn't mean to be. I just fell into it. But okay, this is how it all evolved. The advertiser said, well, should shingles vaccinations be free for everyone? I'm like, well, if it can help people avoid this shingles plague, then that would be wonderful, because it is honestly one of the most painful things I've ever endured. And I am not alone. I've been contacted by so many people. So many people have slid into my DMs.
So to everybody who has slid into my DMs, let me just address you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for your support.
with the shingles and everything that's entailed. No, there are so many younger people who've had it, and I just think if we can all get vaccinated and avoid getting it, it would be great, because the long-lasting effects aren't great. To be honest with you. And you know what I'm like. I'm quite active. I've been just on the couch the last 3 weeks.
Smashing Biscoff.
Yep. You
Not good for shingles.
had to add that in, didn't you? Biscoff is the cure for shingles, and I'll eat as much of it as I have to get rid of it.
So you're on a fight to make it a free vaccine.
Well, I don't
Where's
want to
it
say
at?
I'm on a fight. I think it's a good idea to be vaccinated, and it's very expensive. It's $500.
You're on a fight and you
I'm
become
not-
very aggressive in this space, okay? No one can stand in your way. Where's it at in terms of taking it to the health minister, Mark Butler?
Okay, so there was just this article in the paper that said that I have approached the health minister, Mark Butler. I haven't. I just said it would be a good idea to be vaccinated. But anyway, he's responded.
So why do you hate Mark Butler?
I don't.
It's not Mark's fault. He's shifting it off to a higher power,
That
it would
is-
seem.
Stop it. I don't hate Mark Butler. He's a very nice man. But Albo's in my sights next door.
Well, watch out, Anthony. Watch out, big tones. What I need to say, though, is you did the media rounds yesterday. You spoke on 5AA, which is a very, very prominent, intelligent radio station with really intelligent broadcasters. It's not a nickname basis with these guys.
Well, I
okay?
didn't realise that until afterwards.
Oh, you spoke to the great Matthew Pantelis.
Yes.
Who, behind the scenes, such a lovely guy. We call him Pants. I'm not sure about calling him Pants on air.
It is expensive, isn't it? I think it's $500 a shot or similar.
$500, Pants, and I think this trip to the emergency department cost me about $600.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, Jody, and good luck at the doctors today. Let us know.
I'll give you a GP update,
Yeah,
Pants.
it'll be interesting to know if you can still get the vaccine, if it is going to do anything.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
And Matthew's like, don't get her on again. Who does she think she's calling me Pants?
As I was saying pants, I was like, is that an internal nickname or is that something I should be saying on the
think it might
airwaves?
be.
Oh,
Also, with your chat with Matthew Pantelis, you couldn't get out of the car quick enough. So for me, it's all about time priority. If you can lock in some of these media interviews, don't be doing it while you're doing odd jobs.
And it can mess with your vision and all sorts of things. So, yeah, as I
there she
said,
is.
if this
She's out
vaccine
of the
could be
car.
available to everybody, then that would be a good thing, I think.
All right, so the call out. You put it to the federal minister, the health minister, Mark Butler, directly, or
no.
No, I didn't call Mark Butler, no.
There you go. What were you doing? What was so pressing that you had to get in or out of the
had
car?
a GP appointment, thank you very much, to find out if I could have the shingles vaccine, which it turns out I can't. I've got to wait 12 months. But the worst thing was, as it flicked over from my car system and, it comes off, right? and then Nova started blaring.
That's when you know.
Oh no, I'm on 5AA. I've got Nova coming out of my speakers.
Pants is lucky you weren't speaking to him when he was getting this in the background. Yeah, anyway, Pants, it's really painful, Shingles. It'll really keep for a vaccine.
Check this out.
This is Jody and Hazy on Nova 919.
Day 3 of the school holidays. It can be an enjoyable time for the teachers and it can be a stressful time for parents because, look, we love our kids so dearly.
So very much.
But they're a lot.
They can be a lot. So we are hosting an exclusive screening of Harold and the Purple Crayon, plus you get popcorn and drinks at Wallace Cinemas. And, of course, you better believe the SA's home of big screen magic and entertainment, Mitcham, Mount Barker, no longer in Piccadilly, wallacecinemas.com.au. But if you would like to go along with that, we want to hear how and where the school holidays have gone pear-shaped already.
Yeah, what's happened? I mean, we're day 3 and we're sitting there like, why did you do that? Put it down. Put it down, Lottie. Put it down. Those sorts of situations where you're like, look, I love the kids, but if we could just accelerate the school holidays slightly, I'd be ever so grateful.
Lottie, put down your 8-month-old brother, Sonny.
She literally does that. So we have to stop her from carrying him around.
No, stop.
He's almost bigger than her.
Oh, my God.
And now he's getting to the stage where he gives her some feedback.
Yeah, good.
It's absolute gibberish, but clearly he doesn't like the situation.
Yeah, Lottie, read the room.
Read the room, Lottie.
Yeah, 13 24 10. Please get involved in this. How have the school holidays gone pear-shaped already?
Also, on top of that, I'll say this.
Go on.
If Harold and the Purple Crayon doesn't win an Academy Award, or at least 2, I'll eat my hat. It's a great flick.
Yep.
Okay? Mm-hmm. What's gone wrong? Day 3 of the school holidays. We'll take your calls next, 13 24 10.
What's happened already on the school holidays? Where's it gone pear-shaped? There's a beautiful Instagram post that producer Zoe found from one of her friends, and it's a picture of a car dashboard, and the time is 9:36, and the caption is, kids decided at 9 p.m. they wanted to sleep at Nanny's house for a couple of days over the school holidays. Best believe 30 minutes later, we're on our way.
Doesn't matter what time. I mean, the kids want it, so you just want to provide for your kids.
And how's that moment as a parent where grandma goes, oh, yeah, that's fine. You can drop the kids at my place.
Like, when will you be here? Already here. Daniel, how's it all going with the little ones?
Yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Yeah, what's happening?
A little 4-year-old there, full of attitude.
Yeah, a 4-year-old, almost 5-year-old daughter. She's at that stage where you guys probably know anyway, where everything's screaming. She's not hungry, but she's hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When did she develop this this propensity to scream and kick and carry on?
A little while ago.
Yeah, right.
And then our 7-year-old son, he likes to stir her up a little bit as well, so
that's good.
Adds a little bit more fun to it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
We're in that same sort of mix. I've got an almost 4-year-old and an almost 7-year-old, Daniel, and that's what he likes to do. He just likes to push her buttons, and all of a sudden, she is literally kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
She'll kick him. Get a run up.
Yeah.
She gets a run up.
Really?
Tries to kick him.
Yeah, right.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
Yes.
What the fork is happening? Okay, so basically we're going to talk this morning in What the Fork about names that people call you or nicknames that people call you that you just go, what the fork, shut up.
Yeah, it's, okay. So can I kick you off with the bloke who owns Willow Bend?
Yeah.
Is a bloke by the name of Benny.
Yeah.
And he's just this beautiful man.
Yeah.
Larger than life type operator.
Okay.
He calls me champ. But
you love Benny.
But when he does it, I like it.
Yeah.
So how come when some people call you champ, it's really good, g'day champ, and it just gives me a nice little warm feeling.
Yeah.
But if other people call me champ,
oh no,
what are you doing?
If I champed you, you'd whack me around.
Well, it depends. Probably, I don't think I'd do that.
We can at least wrestle me to the ground.
Different vibes. So, champs out for blokes, sport, tiger, all those types of things, very derogatory.
I get my back up when I walk into any sort of retail outlet, whatever it may be, and the girl is young enough to be my daughter, and she's like, hi, hun.
Hey, hun.
Hi.
Hey, love.
I'm not your hun. I'm definitely not your hun.
Could be your mother.
I could be your mother. I could be anything, but I am not your hun. Oh, man, that's annoying.
Oh, yeah, you start asking questions immediately, don't you?
What about when the guy that you work with gets like super patronising
Oh, no.
and he drops a little nickname?
We're talking about producer Flack, right?
No.
Oh, no.
And he drops a nickname that that you just bristle at,
Hang on.
and it makes you so angry.
Would-
Press that little button there. Something that you called me yesterday.
Oh, the blue one with nothing on it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's called being competitive, sweetie. Oh, round of applause. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, I admit, I understand that when I call you sweetie, it fires you up.
Yeah, you get it.
It really sort of fires you up.
You
Takes
understand
to
it,
the next
and
level.
yet you do it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, 13, 24, 10. Let's do this morning. Names you hate getting called. Get involved.
What about if you're an adult and you're like, to your 3-year-old or your 6-year-old, you're like, just call me dad.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm getting called bro by my 6-year-old. My 6-year-old son calls me bro. And my 3-year-old calls me Hazy still.
What?
We tested Lottie last night.
Yeah.
Lottie, what's my name?
Hazy.
Or Dad?
Dad and Andrew.
Okay, great. Yeah. Appreciate that. 13 24 10, the names that you hate getting called. We'll take your calls next. We'll put you on the standby list as well if you get yourself on air to Olivia Rodrigo. Flights, accommodation, everything in Melbourne.
Nice.
All right. Go on. Give us a call there, sweetie. 13 24 10. So he calls after Miles Smith on.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
The fork. Some of the names that people call you in a public space and you're like, oh my God, what did you just call me? It's like when you walk into a retail space, like a sports girl or something, and the 12-year-old behind the counter is like, hey, hun.
Yeah, hey, don't you hun me.
Don't you hun me.
Oh, quick one. The
go
best
on.
one that I've seen recently.
Yeah.
I think we've spoken about this.
Yeah.
Was after a Port Adelaide loss.
Yep.
Somebody got on social media and went to town on Kane Corns.
Yeah.
Something about, where's Kane Corns? What's he got to say about that? Blah, blah, blah. And then Kane responded saying, hey, Muscles, I've just been on radio for 3 hours. What's going on? When you call someone Muscles, oh, g'day, Muscles, whether they have big muscles or not,
No.
very derogatory.
Yeah, and it would have that person with whatever size muscles questioning if they were muscly or not.
Sorry, Muscles, what's going on?
I just got a text from a girlfriend saying, thanks, babe, at the checkout is the worst.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's top shelf. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Angie, what is it that you get called that you hate?
Girly.
Girly.
Oh!
Yeah, that's a good one. Hey,
Can't
girly.
Can't do girly. 52 years old. Please don't call me girly.
Oh, yeah, I mean, particularly when it's from like a sort of middle-aged gentleman. It's just...
And even when they're getting a little bit aggressive, it's like, excuse me, girly, and it's like,
Oh, girly. That is so patronising, isn't it? Good morning, Shannon. What do you get called that you hate?
So my name's Shannon, and people always say to me, is it all right if I call you Shaz? And I'm like, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No.
And they add the nasal noise. It's like, Shaz, can I call you Shaz? I'm like,
Shaz.
No,
No.
you can't.
No, you
Sorry.
cannot. Oh, Shannon, thank you so much for the call. Really appreciate it.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity just to really vent. Because for the most part, you feel like people are just trying to be nice.
Yes.
But it comes across so derogatory. And let's be honest, society in Australia, we're a sensitive bunch. We're a sensitive bunch.
Can be. I wonder if Olivia Rodrigo hates being called Olivia Rodriguez.
Do you reckon that's ever happened before until right now?
Probably not. Catherine, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. What is it?
So my name's Catherine, and I have two. So basically, firstly, I don't like being called cat because, one, I'm not an animal. And then, two, I work in, customer service, and, I'll talk to people for the first time, and they'll just automatically call me Kathy.
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't know you. Don't shorten my name. So that's my two.
So, Catherine, can I call you Catherine? Is it?
Yes, you can.
Is it Catherine? Are you a full-time Catherine? Is there anything
Yeah.
else?
So it was how I was raised. My dad was like, your name's Catherine, you're to be called Catherine. So it's kind of just stuck with me my whole life.
Yeah. I love that if anyone ever calls you Kathy, you're like, I'm calling my dad.
What about Kath?
Oh, no, but the thing is, I think Kathy automatically ages you 20 years.
That's
and
true.
so Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So nervous for blokes out there. Like, what do I do here? I'm just trying to lighten the mood.
Yeah,
Ease
yeah.
into the situation.
Let's
You
go
make it
to-
so much worse, boys.
Let's go to Philip. Good morning, Philip. I'm loath to shorten anyone's name, which I do all the time to callers, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm just realising.
I'll kick it off. Filthy, what's going on?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. You called someone something.
Yes, well, I mean, I used to be a Metro bus driver, and I was very laid back, and I'm Australian, so I call everyone mate.
Yeah.
So I had no issues with it all up until this point. And I don't know, this guy must have had a real bad day because he got off the bus and I said, have a nice day, mate. And he lost the plot. He carried, he said, I'm not your mate. Don't you call me that, rah, rah, rah. Carrying on like a pork chop. And as I'm looking at him, like, well, I've got another name for you, but I can't say it. So
that is unbelievable.
Everyone calls everyone mate in Australia.
So if you don't know someone, you call them mate.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to... Phil, what are you supposed to call him? You call him Coco instead or something? G'day, Coco.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. Mate's an Australian word.
Yep.
It's what we call people. It's just how we are. And this guy lost it.
You've done nothing wrong in this space.
You sound like you would have been a really nice bus driver too.
Hey, if you want to talk to your dog, a little bit of advice. New research says slow down. That's right, you heard me. Slow down if you want your dog to understand you.
I love a two-way conversation with my dog. What's he thinking?
Okay, so the research shows that a dog's comprehension of human speech relies on a slower tempo. So despite not being able to produce human sounds, man's best friend is capable of responding to human speech. So this is the thing. Humans speak at a rate of about 4 syllables per second, whereas dogs comprehend about 2 syllables per second when they bark, growl, woof, and whine.
Okay.
So my takeaway from this is my dog Sydney has absolutely no chance of understanding my husband because he's running about 16 syllables per second.
What about your dog's about 300 words behind where Greg's at for each sentence?
Let's do this morning. And I know it's very niche and we mightn't get people prepared to do it, but we will put you on the standby list for Olivia Rodrigo if you are prepared to give us a call this morning and do your best dog voice.
Well, look, that's putting someone in a very, very vulnerable position. So I feel like, Jones, that if you want people to call up and put themselves in such a spot where they could really embarrass themselves, well, why don't you lead by example?
Oh, how did I know you were going to do this?
Because quite regularly you talk to us about how you speak to that small little thing that is your dog.
Don't call it a thing.
It's a little brown fluff ball.
It's a little beautiful toy cavoodle. And I do find myself, I think, when I walk through the front door at home and I see her, I get a little bit excited and there's a bit of a dog voice happening. So, for example, when she bounds to the door and she looks at me, I'll be like, hello, Sydney. Hello, Sydney. Who's the most beautiful doggo in the world? It's Sydney.
This is giving me shivers up my spine. And it's not a good thing. It is not a good thing.
Come on, there's going to be other people who want to join in the fun. 13 24 10. Give us your best dog voice. We have someone who works upstairs. Sometimes answers the phone for us. Her name is Georgia. She speaks to her dog in a voice that just has to be heard to be believed.
So I think, was this taken from her Instagram? I think we ripped this from her Instagram.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
This is her talking to her dog.
Morning, Mr. Winkles. Good morning. To get the nicest little sleep. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Winkles.
Is Mr. Winkles like, why are you making yourself sound like an unhinged witch?
Good morning, Mr. Winkles.
Georgia sounds very normal.
All right, I can see we've got calls already. This is good.
Really?
This is progress. 13 24 10. Get involved. Your best dog voice.
Okay, this is going to be a very interesting space. If you're brave enough to do it,
Yep.
How do you speak to your pets? Give us an example next 13 24 10.
People might be proud of the way they communicate with their pets.
So here's a fun fact. It turns out if you really slow down your speak when you're talking to your dogs, they actually better understand you.
Or your speech even.
Which is just crazy.
One or the other.
So when people actually speak to their pets in that ridiculous voice, it's actually doing good.
You call it ridiculous. I mean, you had a beautiful dog that you loved so much, who departed and went to the doggy heaven in the in the sky.
Yes, bless her.
You never used to speak to her in a certain voice?
I used to speak to her like my best friend. I really liked it. And now we've got this cat. His name's Houston. He's a good cat because the kids just absolutely manhandle him and he puts up with it. But he's just so obnoxious. The other day, Cara got angry at me for having a human conversation with him because he walked me or something and I called him a dickhead. Easy! You can't call that cat a dickhead. Like, well, he's being a DH. So I probably need to dumb it down a little with some pet speak.
And probably just be a little bit kinder to the cat is all I would recommend. Let's go to Shelley because we are wanting people to give us their best pet voice this morning on 13 24 10. Hi, Shelley.
Hello, how are you?
Good. All right. Thank you for being brave for a start.
I know. I'm a crazy dog lady.
That's great. What's your dog's name?
My dog's name is Axel, but he has many nicknames.
Okay.
One of them, quick background, he saves his business up until we go for a walk, I swear, because sometimes he can do 2 to 4 number 2s.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
a lot of piggy
and I think tone of voice has a lot to do with how excited your dog gets or how it knows if you're in a good mood or not.
Okay.
So when I come home, it's, hello, Mr. Poppy Pan!
Oh, my God. Axel's like, we're on.
Let's go.
Or he's pooing in protest.
Yes.
I'm not really sure. Do you know what, Shelley? That is, and then straight away, Shelley, do you look at Axel and can you see a change in his character as soon as you start speaking like that?
Oh, he comes, if he's outside, he comes running inside. I say, hello, Mr. Poopy Pads, and then he jumps straight on the bed, rolls on his back for tummy rubs and cuddles, and then runs around because he knows we're going to go for a walk.
Yeah.
But he's got a friend called Barney, and Barney's nickname is Barney Bum, and I can get Barney to sing by going, Barney Bum! So it's a particular tone of voice that I've got.
Oh, Shelley, you got neighbours or what?
Oh, Shelley, you're a legend. Thank you.
The language between human and dog can sometimes sound quite crazy.
Quite often think, I wonder if my dog can understand what I'm saying at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. A recent study suggests that you should really slow down the way that you speak to dogs and they might understand you.
Yeah.
So that thing that I'd probably call gibberish is actually a way of people, particularly crazy dog people, getting through to their significant
Don't
pets.
label people who like to talk to their dogs in a particular voice crazy dog people.
Yes, you're one of them, you crazy dog person.
Just because I said, hello, Sydney.
There it is.
Hello, you beautiful little doggo.
There it is. Real bassy when you go into that sort of voice, isn't it?
We've had some people who are brave enough this morning to give us a call on 13 24 10 and do their dog voice. Chloe, hello.
Hi.
Hello, how old are you, Chloe?
I'm 8.
You're 8. What's your dog's name?
I don't have a dog.
Oh.
I have a cat. I'm convincing my parents to get me one.
Oh, okay.
How's that working out for you?
Not great.
Not great, okay. All right, well, what's your cat's name then?
No, I've got 2 cats, Ella and Portia.
Okay.
Ella and Portia.
All right.
I've never met a cat by the name of Portia.
No, Ellen and Portia, as in Ellen and Portia, the couple.
Oh, of course.
Is that right,
makes sense.
Chloe?
No, not quite.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Just coincidentally, is Ellen a bit of a, you know what, scratchy, all those types of things? She a bit scratchy?
My brother likes cars, so he named it Porsche.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
right, okay. So nothing to do with the Ellen DeGeneres show. All right, we've established that. Chloe, how do you talk to your cats?
Hello. Hello, cuddly girl. Give me a handshake? Yes, you can. Good girl.
That's good.
Oh, that is
Sort of
beautiful, Chloe.
Chloe morphed into this.
Thank you.
To this aggressive little American accent. It's nice. Good.
Thank you, Chloe. Chloe, we love you. Good morning, Jasmine.
Hello.
Oh, so you're a dog groomer, so you're talking to dogs all day.
Yes, yeah. So it's a bit normal to me now, but then sometimes I kind of like hear myself and I'm like, oh, it sounds a bit silly.
Yeah.
Like,
all right.
But yeah.
Give us an example of the way you're talking to the dogs.
So I guess because they really a lot of them don't like the water when they're being bathed or the blow dryer. So I'll be talking to them and I'll be saying oh, that's not very nice, is it? It's not nice.
That's good, Jasmine. You sound like a pro.
Oh, God.
Do you feel like that eases them into the water? Do you think it works?
I don't know. Sometimes they just they're just spinning around in circles, trying to get away from it. So
yeah,
it's just
That has to spill over to your home life. If you serve up a very ordinary casserole, you're to your partner,
oh, it's not very nice, is it?
My wife does that to me now. Finish your dinner and you can have dessert.